What's up, YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back with another hunt. So I just recently posted the first two boxes that I got the week of May 7th, let's call it. And we found a lot of silver in those two boxes of halves. These two boxes came from the same bank. So with any luck, there'll be some silver in here. And it's been a good minute since I've hunted some quarters. So I picked up a box of quarters from that bank as well. So we'll be doing a little bit of a quarter hunt today, a little bit of $half hunt. We're going to start with the $half. I'm going to jump off of here, get the box open. If we find any enders, I'll bring you in. Outside of that, I'm going to jump right in and I'll bring you in at our first find. So the silver gods giveth and the silver gods taketh away. We are on roll 50 of this next box, post getting silver in back-to-back boxes, and we have literally nothing to show for it. This was 50 rolls full of, if you can see here, well, it shows up on the camera, but black marked, searched rolls. And there was literally nothing in here. I mean, I've been checking for no FGs. I've been checking for at least the clean, pretty coins, looking for errors and varieties. And we have a whole lot of nothing. But that's okay. We're not going to be discouraged. This is what happens. Let me get my microscope turned back on. But this is what happens, right? You're going to have great boxes and you're going to have crappy boxes. And unfortunately, there are far more crappy boxes than there are good ones. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get into some quarters. So here is our quarter box. I've already opened it. I've looked inside to make sure that we have circulated rolls, which we do. We've got some 2020s. We've got some other stuff. So we've definitely got some circulated rolls. Before I get into these, I did want to stop and say, if you haven't, go ahead, look below this video, click on that like button so that my videos show up in the search engine. I would love for that to happen, trying to expand my sub base. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click that bell and select all so you get notified every time I release a new video. So with that, I'm going to get into these quarters. We're mainly looking for W's because those are quarters that were limited mintage from West Point in 2019 and 2020. And they command a really good price on eBay. Outside of that, we will be looking for silver, errors, varieties, all of which can be found in a link in my description down below for all of the various things that you should be looking for as a coin roll hunter. So go ahead, pull up that document if you haven't taken a look at it already. And I'm going to get into these quarters and I will bring you in if we find anything of interest. Well, here we are on roll number 2. I actually just opened the roll and split it in half so I could hold it in my hot little hand and look at them a little more closely. And look what just popped out. We were, what was that, 3, 6, about 7 coins down. We found a W. It's been some time since I found a W. This one's not in terrible shape. What is it? It is it's an American Memorial Park 2019. Very, very cool. So roll number 2, finding W's. Hopefully we got a bunch of these in there. We'll see. Let me get back to these and I'll pull you in at the next one. So bringing you in here on roll, I believe it's 14. Along the way, I did not stop. I got 2 leaky bucket homestead quarters. I'll show you those sort of at the end of the video under the scope. They're actually pretty good examples. I've covered those before on the channel. Like I said, I'll just do it during the wrap up. I do have what appears to be about 7 bicentennials at this point, which is really, really good. That's a lot for a box. Normally I only get like 15, 16 in a box, so I'm well ahead of pace. And I'm stopping here because it's my very first 2021. I don't know how special these are to people. I've just never found one since they came out. So not in bad shape. It's got some marks on it, but I'll put it aside since it's the first one I found in a box. Stopping to bring you in here on roll 16. We're about, I don't know, quarter of the way through the roll. And looky. We have our second W. And it is a 2020, it looks like, because it has the V75 privy. Let's see what we got. Salt River Bay. And this is a beautiful coin. That's probably one of the nicer ones I have. That is a beautiful W. So we are 2 on the box. So we are on roll 25, and we have our first foreign of the box. I had already pulled this out and kind of looked it over. It is a Balboa, so I'm starting to see a lot of Panamanian coins, or at least more than I ever have before. I've been finding some Panamanian halves. This is my first Panamanian quarter. This is from 2008. It is clad. It is not silver, but it's kind of cool. It's from another country. I'll take it. We'll put it up on the board as a miscellaneous. We're on roll 36. To give you a quick lay of the land, I've been pulling all of the 2019 or the 2020 Salt River Bay Philadelphias, because I understand that they have a DDO that I need to check for. So that's every 2020 Philadelphia Salt River Bay out of this box, except the ones that were really, really grungy. I have some 65s over here that I want to check for the DDO, and I just came upon what I believe is the Spitting Horse variety. So if we look right here under the scope, look at that. That die crack looks like it goes right underneath the C, goes all the way out to the rim. I believe that would qualify. If there's anybody out there that agrees or disagrees, let me know down in the chat below. I'd love to get your opinion, but we're going to put that on the board as a find. And since I got you here on the scope, I'll show you those 2 homesteads. There is the first leaky bucket. You can see the big die chip underneath the bucket. Where's my mouse here? Underneath the bucket here, and the water's real bad. It's actually come all the way underneath the post. There's a real heavy leaky bucket. And then I have another one. It's not as quite as strong, but you can see again here, that's supposed to be a nice clean line right here underneath the bucket, and you can see we've got a die chip. So there you go. There's all of our varieties under the scope so far today. So before we get into the wrap up, I'd like to take a moment to say, if you haven't already subscribed or liked this video, please head down, look just below this video, click that like button, click that subscribe button, click that little bell and select all so you get notified every time I drop a new video. I'd really, really appreciate it. So with that, let's talk about what we found. I know we covered this through the various clips in the video, but for those of you that like to just skip to the end, we did come up with a Balboa quarter from Panama, 2008. We did have a 1999 Spitting Horse, and you can actually kind of see it there in the camera. You don't even have to put it under the scope. So that's a nice little variety. I haven't checked eBay to see how much it costs. I'll put it in a little bubble down below, or what you could get for that on eBay. We did have 2 Homestead, really good leaky bucket. And again, you don't even need to put it under the scope to see it. You can see it on the camera right there. This one's far worse than the other one. But those are both nice. Again, I'll put some values for those down below. I did have also 2 really nice W's that we found early on. I was hoping to find more, but you can't complain about finding 2. But we had an American Memorial Park, and we had a really, really nice 2020 Salt River Bay. On top of that, we did get 3 of the new 2021 Tuskegee Airmen quarters, all of which are in pretty darn good shape. And I ended up with, let me zoom out, I'm not going to pick all these up, but 16 bicentennials, which is about on par with a box of quarters for me. Most of these were Philadelphias, got very few Denvers, but I do sell these by the roll on eBay and get pretty decent money. So with that, you know, we didn't have a great $50 box, but we had a fantastic quarter box. I will take 2 W's and a couple of varieties and a bunch of bicentennials all day long. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys making it all the way to the end of the video. And take care. I will see you in the next one.